Bellyache bush is one of the Territory's most invasive weeds. The management of bellyache bush infestations is extremely important to protect our landscape, agricultural productivity, and for stopping spread into new areas. Land managers are legally required to control this weed in the Northern Territory. Bellyache bush is known as a weed of national significance due to its invasiveness, potential for spread, and economic and environmental impacts. The size and density of a bellyache bush infestation and time of year determines which method of control will be most effective. Before you start, developing a bellyache bush management plan is essential. This will help you to identify priority areas, suitable control methods, and how to best allocate your resources. Foliar spraying is the most efficient and cost-effective method for controlling medium to large infestations of bellyache bush. It can be used on seedlings, juveniles, and adult plants in established, dense infestations. It is also effective as a follow-up technique when other control methods, such as aerial spraying or burning, have already been conducted. Foliar spraying involves the application of herbicide mixed with water and a wetting agent onto the leaves of a target plant. Best results are achieved when herbicide is applied with maximum coverage onto non-stressed leaves. This allows for efficient absorption of herbicide for the target plants. With bellyache bush, it's important that foliar spraying occurs during the wetter parts of the year when the plants are actively growing, as the plants enter a semi-dormant state and drop their leaves during the drier months. The optimum time is generally between December and April in the Northern Territory. Early morning is best, as it's cooler and there's less chance of rain, which can wash herbicide off the leaves before it's absorbed by the plant. The equipment used for foliar spraying will depend on the size and accessibility of infestations. Large spray units, such as those with mechanical reels and tanks over 200 litres, are the most efficient for large infestations. Smaller tanks carried on ATVs and knapsack sprayers can be used for smaller infestations. Before you start, make sure your equipment is working correctly and is ready to go. It's important to wear the appropriate safety equipment as described on the herbicide label. Safety equipment, or PPE as some of you may know it, includes face shield, hat, overalls, closed-in shoes and gloves. Metsulfuron methyl is one option currently recommended for controlling bellyache bush. This is the name of the active ingredient. It's also known by many trade or product names. A wetting agent is essential to ensure effectiveness of the herbicide mixture. Always read the label for specific information on the correct rates, the order of mixing, and which wetting agents to use. Check the weather conditions and predictions prior to starting. Rainy or windy conditions should be avoided. The quality of the water used for spraying can also be critical to ensure the best spray results for many herbicides. If clean rainwater is not available, the water should be tested for turbidity, hardness, and pH. An agronomist can recommend the type and amount of additives needed to rectify any water quality issues. You're now ready to make your foliar spray mixture. Half fill the spray tank with water. Measure the prescribed metsulfuron methyl rate as per the label instructions using a measuring container. Mix the metsulfuron methyl in the measuring jug with water until it has dissolved and then add to the spray tank. Fill the other half of the tank. Finally, add the required amount of wetting agent and any other additives, close the lid tightly and turn on the pump to agitate. It's important that the tank contents are well mixed to ensure a good spray result. Now you are ready to spray. Always check the wind direction before starting. Never spray against the wind. Plan how to approach the area and check for hazards. It's best to walk into the bellyache bush infestation and work your way back to the spray unit. Never walk through areas that you've already sprayed. Spray the plants until you can see the mixture run off the leaves. Be systematic in your approach to avoid spraying the same area twice. When you run out of mixture, use a landmark or place flagging tape in a tree so you can continue where you finished spraying. Patience is critical when managing bellyache bush. It can take up to 6 weeks or more for the plants to completely die. After managing bellyache bush, it's essential to clean your vehicles and machinery to remove all soil and plant material before moving into other areas. This will help to stop the spread. Follow-up inspections of your control efforts is very important to ensure no plants were missed and to see if more control work is required. Bellyache bush can set seed within 4 months of germinating. Follow-up monitoring and control within this time is key for ensuring the bellyache bush seeding cycle is broken, as a single missed plant can produce up to 12,000 seeds. This can undo a lot of hard work. Remember, successful management of bellyache bush is a long-term process and not a once-off event. For more information, contact the Weed Management Branch on 8999 4567. Authorised by the Northern Territory Government, Darwin.